Well, hello there to my Aquas. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Happy new moon to each and every one of you all. Let's get this week started out properly, Aquarius. All right, hopefully you all are relaxing, new moon style. The moon is in Taurus, so that affects your throat chakra. Affects your throat chakra. It affects your neck, your vocal cords, your throat, your thyroid gland. So things like singing, things like speaking your mind, speaking your truth, letting your yeses be yes, nos be nos. That's where you manifest, right? So this full moon, we're going to have a flower moon, I believe. So grow where you're planted. Wherever source plants you, grow. You've manifested some things. The rose-colored glasses have come off of your eyes. The last full moon that we had was in Libra. Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus, but it rules each one of those signs differently. Taurus rules second house. Second house is about personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and also income. And then Libra, which we had a full moon in Libra, that was that pink moon, rules seventh house, and that's about marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and also enemies. And so the rose-colored glasses came off about that when we had the full moon. So you closed out some cycles, hopefully in love, kept your vibrations high. So now that we're in this new moon, you're going to take some time to relax. Allow your body to sync with the rhythms of the moon. I do have rituals on TikTok for new moon rituals. I have rituals on the my YouTube shorts. Go check it out. And I will re-upload the rituals for new moon. I have all the rituals on my YouTube shorts and all the rituals on my TikTok. So I will re-upload them on Instagram for those of you all who want them. So all of them are there for the 8 major moon phases, right? So the focus is going to be on starting out this week, just starting off on second house. So find out what your sign is in second house, slow yourselves down, get some things in order, get some things structured around your financial situation. Also, Pluto goes retrograde on May 4th. So remember, Pluto is the judgment card, rise above any judgment of others, and allowing people to judge you around your financial situation, your personal resources, your money habits, your possessions, your things that you value, your financial security, your self-worth, your income, all those things, okay? All right, let's get into it. Remember, your sign is in Pluto until March 8th, 2043. We talked about that in previous videos. And I will remind you of that all. I will remind you all of that periodically too. So if you're new to the channel, I remind you of that periodically, and that's important to note, to remember anyway. Just because it's important to remind you of that, Aquarius, just because of the collective themes around that, because the focus for that is just it's a transformational era for everybody, around social structures, collective power, technology, revolution, new societies going up, spiritual, energetic meanings. It has a lot of different meanings, so you all can look that up. We want to just jump right into tarot, though. Let's set the theme for your reading, where we prayed over your cards. So we're going to set the theme for your reading. Make sure when you wake up, you set an intention, and then we're going to just dive right in. So let's set the intention for your reading. So set your own intentions, but let's set the intention for your reading, and we're going to dive right in. Let's set the theme for your reading. All right. What does it say? I am generous and kind with everyone. That's right. I am generous and kind with everyone. Right? I am generous and kind with everyone. Remember, the I am would be source inside of you. So The creator is in everything. Everything. The creator is in everything. Every person, place, and thing. The creator is in everything. Right? Is in every person, place, and thing. Right? So send that message out. All right, you can say it while you're sitting here watching this video. I am kind with every generous and kind with everyone. Right? All right. So if you feel like you're not receiving that back, you can just close out a cycle in love and move on. Right? You don't have to sit there and just receive any kind of hatred. Close out cycles in love. Learn how to close out cycles in love. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to, if you're patronizing a store, or, you know what I'm saying? Like people will keep patronizing businesses when they feel like they're not appreciated. Still being generous and kind with everyone and going in places, you're being mistreated. So say, why would you keep doing that? Why would you keep doing that to yourself? Going around people where you're not appreciated. Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that to yourself? Where there's resentment, why do you keep doing that to yourself? It's like slowly, like there's some kind of deep harboring of some kind of resentment. Like people just get, like a sly grin comes across people's face to see you hurting. Why would you keep doing that? Why would you keep doing that to yourself? All right. So yeah, we have the moon card. Yeah, it's the moon card. So yeah, get some clarity with this. The moon card uncovers secrets. It uncovers secrets. So a lot of you all have psychic abilities. And so that uncovers some secrets. So when you're kind and generous with everyone, but when you start to notice that there's some kind of, secret resentment or some like secret competition, or you feel like there's some, when people seem like, there's some hidden agenda with them, or you feel like, when you're going through, and source will show you, like when you know that you believe that there's greatness in everyone and you're generous and kind with everyone, with them, that they're friends and whoever they're connected with. But when you're going through things, they seem like they got a sly grin on their face, or they seem a little too excited about when you're going through down times, and that's the only time they feel like they want to. Y'all get the point. I saw a post on what was it, TikTok recently, about people having secret resentments. Like, how many times you sit there and let people keep showing you that they're the only time they want to be around you when they resent you? So wake up, take the rose-colored glasses off. So continue being kind and generous with everyone, but also recognize when it's time to close. So your fixed sign, but close out the cycle. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Rose-colored glasses off. Get some clarity with that. Wake up, wake up. Here we go. There, 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords. You're closing out cycles. Closing out cycles. No more character assassination behind your name. Take your power back. It shows more cracks in their foundation than it does in yours. So shows more. It's time to end it. Time to end it. Time to end it. Time to end it. Time to heal your wounds. Time to heal yourself, Aquarius. Time to heal yourself. Judgment is coming down on some energies. Something has come to light. Judgment is coming down on some energies. Right? Yep, something has come to light. Justice is in your favor. Justice is in your favor about something. Remember, the sun has illuminated something, right? Something with some kind of hidden resentment that has come to light. But when you think about it, when you go back through your mind, you're going to start remembering little slick stuff that was said, stuff that was done behind your back. Certain things are starting to come out. Here is justice is in your favor. Yeah. So here's the Empress card. So I'm seeing abundance and growth. I see abundance and prosperity, your abundance and your prosperity growing. And it's going to be growing a lot, right? So when energies really want to hurt you, Aquarius, and I really don't like being in this energy at all. I really want you all to get it. You all are fixed signs, but when you all are fixed on being humanitarians, you're going to start seeing your abundance and your prosperity grow when you do the work. For real, like when you all do the work, Aquarius, and you start to see resentment from people, places, and things around you. Like if you see, and I said this to another zodiac sign, but they're not a fixed sign. When you learn how to see that there's a growth, the growing of a resentment, almost like people just hate to see you have good news come your way. They hate to see, the growth and the prosperity in your kids. It's almost like a competition between your kids and their kids. Your kids are doing well. They don't want to see your kids do well. They don't want to see your spouse do well. They don't want to see. It's like everything is a competition. And so Source said you're going to have to learn how to cut some energies off. So here we have the Six of Pentacles here. So debt, stinginess, selfishness, struggling, shrink. These energies want to see that all of this, so anyway, so something has been reversed. Something has been reversed. Something has been reversed, right? Something has been reversed. So justice is in your favor. Somebody had received something that was originally due to you. Somebody had received some money that was originally due to you, and it's coming back to you all because, again, Aquarius, y'all so fixated on, giving people 1,001 chances. Something was done behind your back without your knowledge. Something was done behind your back without your knowledge. So judgment is now coming down on some energies. Because again, something was done generationally. Something generationally was done because of you being so generous and kind with everyone. And there's nothing wrong with being generous and kind because it's the great I am. Source, God, the higher power is within everybody. But again, recognize the true meaning of resentment. Understand what resentment means. The definition of resentment. What's hidden in the word judgment is death. That's what's hidden in the word resentment is death. It's like somebody does not want you here. They will literally copy everything that you do, copy your whole life, take your whole life, want your whole life, literally copy everything, want your spouse, whether you're a man, woman, don't matter who you are, not you think it's flattery, thinking somebody's looking up to you, whether you're older, younger, you thinking they're looking up to you. Doesn't matter whether you're older or younger. Doesn't matter if it's a sibling, a cousin, a best friend, whatever. Think of the movie like Single White Female or even Single Black Female, because there's this movie, and I'm talking to men and women. This is just the name. It's just the title of a movie. But that's a deep-seated resentment. You first think, okay, a person is just kind of sort of like look how the movie kind of sort of plays. The person comes in, they seem like they're, it's flattery at first, like, oh, okay, somebody looking up to somebody, and they seem like, oh, they kind of copying. You see something as innocent at first, but this person is literally looking to take somebody out of here. They want their entire life. They want the entire life. Maybe y'all need to watch that movie. Maybe y'all need to watch one or the other movie. I think the original movie has Bridget Fonda in it. So... right. So something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. Yeah, here we have Eight of Cups. So you need to walk away from some people permanently. You need to walk away from some people permanently. Somebody need to stop being in a trance. Keep asking why and what did you do? Nothing. You dealing with some energies that need therapy. You need to stop asking why. You need to stop asking why. No more asking why. No more asking why. Judgment is coming down on some energy. Stop asking why. Ask a therapist why. One-on-one. You need to ask a therapist why. Yes, you are generous and kind with everything that you do, but maybe you need to ask a therapist why. Maybe that's what you need to do. And I'm not saying this as a judging you, but maybe you need to ask a therapist why, right? Here we have Two of Swords here to balance some things out. To balance some things out. Because your ancestors keep telling you something over and over and over again. Your ancestors keep telling you something over and over and over again. Because two energies have been in a loved one's ear for a long time about you and causing some kind of a resentment towards you. So every time you do something for a loved one, it could have been your children, your kids, whoever, have been in somebody's ear. Just every time you want to do something kind, just look at it this way for some of you all. Let's say for some of you all, and again, take only what resonates with you. Let's say you have a child, or you have 2 kids, 3, 4 kids, whoever. Don't really matter. And you have family members who resent you, right? You're working your whatever off, right? You working your legitimately, you working your whatever, and it's legit. You working yourself off, right? Working your behind off, whatever. And you're making a lot of sacrifices. You're making a lot of sacrifices to they don't have to know the inner workings. They don't have to know the inner workings as to the stress that you're going through in your job. You're just growing your abundance and your prosperity the best way that you know how to, working. And it's constantly taking something out on your kids, and you don't know why. You have no reason why. Something is generational. That's why it's not always immediately clear. It's not always immediately clear in families, because it's generational. This is the outermost planet. Because something has been going on behind your back secretly. That's why this moon card keeps coming out. That's why it keeps coming out. So here we have the 10 of Wands. So somebody has been bullied for a long time. Somebody has been bullied for a very long time. Stress, burden, you weren't getting any help. And so on the outside looking in, it could look like, it could look like to complete strangers that you're giving your kids too much. Right? You know how sometimes people look like, you're spoiling your kids. So complete strangers who are their familiar spirits, they don't really know their inner workings, when really you're dealing with resentment from your own family. So they don't really know their inner workings of what's really going on when you really need help. They're not helping. They're actually hurting a situation. They're making a situation worse because they're too busy gossiping and adding problems to a situation. Because all they know is what they see on the outside looking in. They going straight to the very ones that's causing a problem instead of coming to you because you've been asking for help. They're making the situation even worse. Too busy gossiping. So here we have loss, regret, feeling abandoned, unloved, disappointment. This is what I'm talking about. This is what makes, and this is what I'm talking about right here, familiar spirits so dangerous. This is what makes them so dangerous. So something is a win for you. This is what makes familiar spirits so dangerous. And this is when you win something, they sit around dumbfounded, looking crazy in the face, talking about, oh my God, we didn't know, nobody told us, somebody said, we heard, all of this, when you have been asking for help. And these energies, this family who has been I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but this is only what's coming out in the cards. That's why I say when you say you're generous and kind with everyone, you have been generous and kind with everyone. We've been weighed down and asking for help. But guess what? You're in human form. You're in human form. In human form. So something has been reversed. Something has been reversed. These energies, when I look at this right here, whoever these energies are, have been looking at you as like you've been giving your kids too much. So whoever this is, you've been giving your kids, or maybe they feel like when really somebody, this Chariot card lets me know that somebody is either you are married or were married. And all of these people all of these energies, this is what 10 of Wands here, were judging you. All these energies were judging you based on some lies that were being told. But these are family members. These are family members. I'm telling y'all, listen, we're in a new moon phase. Get your rest. Get your rest. The money is coming back to you. Something was reversed. Something was reversed. Something is coming back to you. Some kind of resentment. This is deep-seated resentment. I'm not sure what it's going to take for some of you all Aquarius, because people say the high road. But high road really just means just learning how to close out cycles, giving things to God for real, and just moving on. That's what really it is. It's like, okay, you got to learn how to give things to God, close out cycles, and move on. Yeah. This is it right here, 6 of Swords here. You got to learn how to just move on for real. You got to learn how to move on. You got to realize that some people really resent you to the core. All they want to see is you lose in life. I mean, and I'm not even trying to be negative. I'm just reading the cards here. Y'all see the card, the Judgment card. Somebody was trying to transit. That's what the Judgment card is, a powerful transformation. That's what it is, trying to break a generational cycle, chain, and curse. For the person who is the first person to go to college in school, in your family, or for the first person to start a business in your family, whoever you are, I don't know who I'm talking to here. If you're the first person to go to college, or the first person to, maybe make it out of the 6th grade in your family, or the first person to do anything in your family, you're met with a lot of just mixed whatever in your family, whoever you are. You got some people that's, going to support you, but you're going to also have some people who are opposing, because they're going to feel like you have some family members who are going to say, oh, they thought their kid should have been the one, right? You're going to have outside opposition. You're going to have a whole lot of people who don't know what they're talking about. Some people going to feel like you getting too many opportunities. You're going to have a lot of stuff. But this 10 of Wands here lets me know that somebody was just bully, stuff just piled down, on them. But, yeah, so here we have the Page of Cups here. So here we have, somebody is going to be making a decision to just there's some people going to jail. I can't even, I don't even know who I'm talking to. 2 people are going to jail. 2 people are going to jail. That's it. Because, something source kept telling somebody, I don't know who I'm talking to, but judgment is coming down on some energies. Because source kept telling somebody to close out cycles. And this is, again, Aquarius, somebody's going to have to learn how to close out cycles in love and move on, and learn how to cut people off. Resentment is serious. It is serious. It's serious. Resentment is like somebody does not want you here, for real. Stop patronizing people who hate you. Here's a Page of Cups here. Stop patronizing people who hate you. There's a Scorpio involved in something. There's a church, and there's a Scorpio involved in something. There's a married couple, there's a church from your past, there's a Scorpio involved in something, and their kids or their children and their spouse. Their spouse, there's a church involved in something, there's somebody's ex, there's something that was done behind your back, something involved in something. Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles here. So take this time off to relax your brains and sit down somewhere and go back through, if you're journaling, go back through your journals, go back and start thinking about the past and start thinking about some of these religious organizations that you were a part of, testimonies you went up and got up against, found out who you told what to, all of this stuff. Because you're going to start thinking about some of these energies that you went and asked help for, some of these people who may have judged you and say, oh, you giving them kids too much. Some of these exes that you were with, or whoever, if you have kids with people, or maybe you were helping family members out that you want to start remember who were secretly resenting you or saw you as competition. You're going to start asking Source for complete and total clarity and start making some changes. But some people are going to jail. I can't even say it no clearer than this. Some people are going to jail. Nine of Pentacles. Because it's not worth financial independence. This is what I'm seeing here in your cards. It's financial independence. There's not that much money in the world for this level of resentment. Here's Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yep. Nine of Wands. Yeah. These energies knew you were not coming back to something, and this is their legacy. This is the kind of legacy that these type of energies leave. They want to make sure this is their legacy. Kind of legacy that they leave. There's King of Pentacles here. So there's enough information. You got enough information. Again, whoever I'm talking to, I don't know who I'm talking to, but Aquarius, wake up. Wake up. Stop being asleep. Stop being so asleep. Dropping your guards, walking in these places, these organizations, thinking everybody holier than thou. You serve one source, the Creator, whoever created you. Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. If these organizations will not help you, you keep asking them for help. You have been asking these places for help for years. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else for help. For I can't say it no clearer than that. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. You got to figure out whether somebody like you or not. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you keep going to a store, patronizing a store, if every time you go in the store, somebody following you around? Everybody, and it don't matter what your skin color is. Somebody keep following you around, yelling at you or your kids. You gonna keep going and patronizing the store or brand? You gonna keep doing that? No. Yeah. You would think that would be reckless. You would think before you would, make some kind of action. You would think before you make some kind of action. You would say, okay, oh no, you know what? Never mind. Thank you. You would just turn around and walk out. Thank you. Yeah, so whoever these energies are, feel like they are playing your God. That's what these energies are. Feel like that they are well within the right of playing your God. Whoever these energies are, feel like they are playing your God. Right? Fruits of your labor. So yeah, moving up, going to the next level for somebody. Somebody's career is on the rise. You have some new opportunities and offers coming your way. Salary increase coming your way. Yeah. See you taking a vacation, some time to recharge. I'm telling you all, Aquarius, somebody is awake now. You're awake now. Stop patronizing people, places, and things that don't like you. I don't know who I'm talking to. It don't really matter. This is on the World Wide Web. If they don't like you, about face. About face. Stop smiling and grinning in people's face that don't like you. Period. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's family members included. They comparing your kids to their kids. They think their kids better than your kids. You know what? You right. Because guess what? The great I am is in everybody. There's greatness in their kids too. It's like there's greatness in yours. But if it comes down to, they got to put your kids down to make their kids better, you know what? Hold that thought. Your kid, there's greatness in your kids too. But you be darned if you're going to sit there where they demean your kids, make your kids feel like nothing just to make their kids feel better. No, sir, no, ma'am. You will be about facing and won't be coming back. You don't play those kind of games. You're not playing those games. Walk out and do not come back. It's all fun and games until you having to pay for those therapy appointments because somebody's self-esteem. See, that's what I'm trying to tell somebody is like it's funny at first until the world is drop kicking your kids or you, because everybody has an inner child. Yeah, it's all fun and games until the world is bullying your kids, and they played a role in that. They played a role in that bullying. So keep your vibrations high and continue instilling a generous and kind amount of, confidence in people, and reminding everybody around you with generosity and kindness to everyone around you that the great I am is inside of them, especially, if you have kids and people around you. Reminding people. Just reminding people. That's why your sign is a sign of no respecter of person. So when you come across another Aquarius that's like that, they've been contaminated. And I know, they've been contaminated by other energies. If somebody's dealing with a low vibrating Scorpio in a low vibrating spirit religious organization, and some exes who felt like he was doing weight. If you have kids, because somebody is a parent. Somebody's a parent. Yeah, here's a death card. So death to all of that. All this stuff is generational. All this competing and comparing and all this stuff, as if the world is not cruel enough. Yeah, here we have the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, so sit on your throne and continue keeping your vibrations high. Yeah, so somebody will be taking a vacation to recharge and reset. Taking a vacation to recharge and reset. So here we have, you made a lot of sacrifices. You've made a lot of sacrifices. But yeah, people don't have to tell you out of their mouth, Aquarius, that they hate you. You can love people all day long. You literally, you can love people all day long. You can vibrate as high as you want. And people will still, be just as cold-hearted as ever towards you and whoever they feel like they can hurt you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You sitting there like, what in the world is wrong with people? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. For you. So like I said, your dreams need a practical plan. Somebody has a moon in Taurus. This is a moon in Taurus. And again, the moon is in Taurus, right? And so when we talk about vocal cords here, and we talk about the Justice card, and then with let me see something. Here we have a new romantic cycle begins. Here. Yeah, so I'm talking about seeing the balance here. Somebody also has a moon in Libra. So somebody has a moon in Libra as well. But I'm seeing a new romantic cycle here. But so Libra, like I said, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. So Source is reminding you that these two cards right here, something about enemies being exposed, something that was done behind your back without your knowledge, like somebody, is being exposed. And so people don't have to come out and tell you in your face, Aquarius, that they're your enemies. Their actions, just over time have shown you something. So the rose-colored glasses coming off of your face. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. But take a minute to slow yourself down and start thinking. Since your mind always click, 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 tick, 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 just thinking. Pull out that journal. Start paying attention. There's some people who don't know a backstory of how hard you've been working to provide and how many times you've been asking for help. They don't know a backstory. They're just familiar with what they've been hearing, the lies they've been hearing from other people who have some kind of resentment towards you. They don't know a whole backstory, and so nobody came to even stop to think to ask you one thing. So that's what I have for you, and hopefully this is helpful. I will see you all in the next video, but you all need to close out some cycles and take all your power back. Take all of your power back, all of it. All right, bye.